Hi, I'm Sally Bell and I'm running for GUSA Vice President this year.
Great, thanks for joining us today. Just want to get started by saying that your manifesto is very focused on student welfare, so why is it that you decided to step away from your current role as welfare convener to take on this new position?
Well, over the last couple of years, the addition to the remit of the VP was that equality and diversity management, training management was going to be added, and this makes it really relevant, the welfare stuff, to the VP position. This year's VP has sat on numerous working groups with me, such as the LGBT History Month planning, the student role. We both attend the SRC Welfare Forum, so it's actually very relevant to the VP role as well.
Okay, just talking a little bit more about how you want to offer kind of further training to equality and diversity nominated individuals. How would you plan to go about doing this?
Well, basically, because of we offered mental health first aid training last year, and the uptake wasn't too good. Could be said because one of the timing of it, could also be said it's quite a long training event, like it lasts 2 days, and a lot of people, especially students, don't have the time to commit to that. And then this year it's not running because of course content updates, but I feel we can adapt some of the course, quite a lot of us have taken the course, adapt some of it and make it into a more shorter focused set of training for our student athletes and for other student bodies as well. We have quite good connections in CAPS, the Counselling and Psychological Services. We sit on a working group with Phil Quinn, the director of CAPS, and there have been discussions in the past about trying to develop a training like this. In my role as VP, I would like to take lead on that and actually put those chats into motion.
Okay. GUSA has previously held quite strong links with the Scottish Association for Mental Health, but in recent years that seems to have dwindled a little bit. Would you plan to kind of increase your work with other charitable organisations, or is that something that is just kind of out with the plans for this year?
Yeah, I think SAMH is a really important charity. When GUSA started their work with it, it wasn't as well known. Now it's a really well known charity with lots of student associations and groups, committees taking it on as their charity for the year. So I do think it is really important that we keep on promoting the great work they do, the message of the connection between physical health and mental health. I think that really is important, but it is also important to look out with the big charities and look at the smaller charities that we support, such as this year I'm in charge of collaborating the Starfish Eating Disorder Group, and we work really closely with a local charity called GEDS, Glasgow Eating Disorder Support, or Gerber Eating Disorder Support, they go interchangeably. So I do think the work with SAMH is great and I would like to continue that, but it's not a sole focus because there are lots of smaller charities that do just as good work locally, and I think that's important to keep in mind as well.
Okay. Are you planning on offering welfare support to non-affiliated sports clubs just now?
I sit on 2 working groups in welfare that are across campus, so if we were to develop some sort of training programme, more than happy to develop that as a cross campus, like all 4 student bodies training programme, but our sole focus as GUSA would be our GUSA clubs, because that is, we're trying to get as many more members to get involved, but our GUSA clubs and our GUSA members are the focus of our work.
Okay. Is that something that you'd want to encourage? Like, would you actively seek out unaffiliated clubs, or would you just wait until they came to you and kind of asked for that training?
Well, I think if we're developing these programmes as a cross-campus effort anyway, then it would be happening. So the GU would bring in their clubs, the QM their clubs, and the SRC would bring their clubs anyway. So I don't think it is something that would have to be actively sought out if it would be a cross-campus effort anyway.
Okay. Just finally, you mentioned wanting to increase involvement with various groups, including student carers and student parents. How would you plan to go about this, given that these groups are probably among the least likely to have the extra time to actually spend on campus?
Well, as I've mentioned probably a million times, I've been in these working groups over the year, and I've worked closely with Erin Ross, the VP of Student Support, and I've seen the great work that she does in obtaining data about these groups and helping them in any various ways. And I don't know what GUSA could do to help, but I think that's something, even if it's not on our facilities, but giving them the resources to benefit themselves in their own time at their own homes or wherever. I think it's important just to explore the opportunity of engaging with them more, because it's not something that has been done much in the past, not through anyone's, no fault of anyone's, it's just not been an area that's been focused on, and I think it could be really interesting to explore the opportunities there.
Okay, that's great, thanks very much.
Thank you.